you've been hearing a lot on social media and everywhere else about inner child work. It's so powerful. Make sure you check out my YouTube videos on the topic if you haven't already, about how your inner children develop, how they impact you, and how to start healing the inner child, which is a huge part of any kind of recovery, from trauma, from codependency, from narcissism, from addiction. A huge part of it is inner child work. And one of my most favorite ways, and you can watch the video of all the ways that I talk about, you can connect with your inner children and begin to heal them and make them feel safe. But what I'm going to teach you now is a somatic experiencing technique that's very simple but extremely powerful for connecting and identifying with specific parts of you, inner children within you, that need to be healed. Now remember, our inner children there are thousands of them, hundreds of them, depends on how much healing work you've done, but they're all there inside you, and they're all different ages and stages of all different moments where you abandoned yourself, or were hurt, or were rejected, or neglected, or abused, or adopted dysfunctional strategies to stay safe, because in your child's mind, that was the only thing you could do, or made decisions or emotional contracts that don't serve you in real life, but helped you survive your childhood, so were really important back then. So what I'm about to teach you, this somatic process, is really to start identifying those parts, okay? Now there's two ways to start. One is that you already are feeling a certain way. So let's say you're walking around, you're noticing you feel really angry or depressed or anxious. Or you can also do this if you feel perfectly fine, but in general, you want to heal things, improve things. So maybe in this moment, there's nothing major is happening, but you also are aware that you tend to attract in dysfunctional people who aren't emotionally available, or who are abusers or narcissists or addicts, or you're having trouble, or you get triggered easily. Okay, those are all signs that your inner children are driving the bus rather than you, and you have to make friends with them, but first you have to meet them. Okay, so here's what you do. I'm going to take you through the whole process. It's a guided meditation. So I want you to push pause if you need to, until you are in a place where you can close your eyes and where you can tune in and tap in. A little bit of emotion. I'm not going to take you really deeply into your emotions, so you don't have to worry about crying hysterically and having to go back into a meeting or something. I'm not going to take you to really dark places. I'm just going to help you be introduced to these parts of you, okay? There will be some emotion, but not crazy. So first, we ground. We always ground before we do anything, and really all day long if you can, because this will bring you back into your body, back into presence. The body is the bridge to the soul, so you'll get lots more intuition this way, but this is also where the healing is found. So the way that we most easily do that is just taking 3 grounding breaths. So I'll guide you through it, but you're going to take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe in, you're going to imagine any color light that comes to you flowing in through the top of your head as you breathe in. And as you hold for a beat, it's going to fill every cell of your body with that beautiful light. And then as you breathe out, it shoots out your tailbone deep, deep, deep into the earth, grounding you there. You breathe out through your mouth and through your nose. Okay, so I'll walk you through it. Take a really slow, biggest deep breath in through your nose that you can, filling your whole belly with air. And as you're doing that, a beautiful light is flowing in through the top of your head. Now hold your breath for a beat, maybe even take another sip to fill in air even more. Allow the light to fill every corner of your body with sparkling, beautiful, healing light. And attaching to that light is anything that needs to be let go. And now take a really loud breath out of your mouth as that light shoots out your tailbone deep, deep, deep into the earth. Okay, another deep breath in. The light flows in through the top of your head, filling every cell of your body. Hold the breath for a beat. Let it fill you up every corner. And then out through your mouth. It shoots out your tailbone. Deep, deep, deep into the earth, grounding you there. One more breath like that. In through the nose, light flows in. Let it fill every cell. And out through the mouth. The light shoots out your tailbone, grounding you there. Okay. Now, if they're not closed already, gently close your eyes. Okay? And from this grounded place, I want you to just do a gentle body scan. So just start at the top of your head and put your awareness slowly, almost like an old copy machine, slowly scan with the light of your awareness from head to toe. Just noticing any sensations, any density, tightness, pain. Okay, just notice heaviness where you feel it, right? So as I do this, I'm noticing actually in the area between my throat and my breastbone, I have a heaviness there, a density there, right? Maybe you feel it in your throat, maybe in your belly, maybe in your hips, anywhere in your body. Just scan from head to toe and notice. All you're doing for this moment is noticing. And when you're done with that scan, scan again. But this time, put your attention on those areas you noticed before and just notice what is calling, and even ask your body, what part is calling for my attention the most? It may be that there's a particular area where the sensation is really, really dense or really painful, or it may just be a sensation you have or an idea you have or a thought you have that this is an important place. This is the place that needs my attention in this now moment, right? This doesn't mean it's the only place you're going to put your attention or it's more important than the other parts, but we always start with what's calling for our attention the most in this now moment. And if you don't have a clear sense, just choose an area, because you definitely have noticed some areas of density, tightness, pain, heaviness, yuckiness, any kind of like uncomfortable physical sensation inside yourself, any part of your body. Okay, you have it? Now, your eyes closed. Take another grounding breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And now I want you to put all of your concentration and awareness into and on that area that you identified gets the attention today or in this moment, okay? So if I were doing it, I would be putting it in that spot between my throat and my breastbone, right, where I'm feeling that density, but it could be anywhere on your body, okay? And I want you to put all of your attention there and imagine even seeing inside your body in that area. I don't mean you have to see your blood flow in your organs, but the energy of that sensation, okay? And I want you to and don't be scared by this because nothing bad is going to happen. Ask the sensation to get bigger. And this is important because it's easier to work with the bigger the sensation is. So whatever that tightness, tingling, discomfort, pain, say, can you get a little bigger? Get a little bigger. Get a little more intense. And just breathe into that for a moment. Put all of your awareness. This part of you does not get a lot of your attention. It's there calling for your attention, which is why it's feeling this way. So when you give it your attention and invite it to get bigger, it will. It's happy to get your attention, okay? Let it get a little bit bigger, a little bit more intense. Maybe notice, is it spreading or is it just getting more intensified in that one area? And now notice, and it's always so cool because pretty much everyone can tell me the answer to this. Notice a color. Does it have a color, that sensation? Any color. Just notice the color and say it out loud. It's mustard green. It's purple. It's black. It's navy blue. Ask the color to intensify. And notice what shape it is now that it has a color. Is it like a blob with no shape? Is it a cube or a circle or some geometric shape? Is it long or narrow or fat or small or large? Does it change shape as you put your awareness on it? Just be really curious. That's all you have to do is just be curious and open and give it your undivided attention. And if you've lost it a little bit, no worries. Just ask it. Say, I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm giving you my attention. Get a little bit bigger. Get a little bit brighter in color. Get a little more intense so that I can connect with you. So as I'm doing this, which is interesting, I've never done this simultaneously while leading someone through doing this, but I am. And I'm noticing that my sensation is like a pukey green color. It's round with jagged edges, and as I put my attention on it, it spreads out. It goes up into my throat, mostly more than down, and it's very dense and thick and almost like silly putty, like if you were to combine silly putty and slime together. Okay, just as an example, that's what I'm noticing. And now, as you put all of your awareness on that color and that shape and that intensity and that density and the sensation, I want you to ask a question of it, okay? And there's no wrong answer. Here's the question. What was the earliest time? You're not asking yourself this. You're asking the colored shape of your sensation this. What is the earliest time that you remember feeling this way? Show me the earliest memory you have of feeling this way. You're literally asking your body this, and it will show you. Often it comes in a movie or just a memory or a thought. What comes to mind? And if you see something like in your 20s or recently, just pause for a moment and say, that's part of it, but I want even earlier. Because usually these key inner child things were probably the first 9 to 10 years of life, maybe the first 15, but we're calling in the main big ones that are often even earlier than that. What's the earliest memory? And maybe you'll think of something and see something and remember something that you didn't even remember before, or you never even thought was that big of a deal, like your parents were fighting and you're hiding under the table because you're scared, or you were sleeping in the back seat of the car and all of a sudden your mom started screaming at someone and it shocked you awake, right? It could be something as small as that. But that is one of your key inner children that is often living and accentuating and announcing themselves through the bodily sensations. That's how our inner children communicate with us, through our body and through our emotions. And you maybe even notice emotions coming up as you're doing this, some nausea or some sadness or some fear, right? And certainly as you see and remember that scene, you may have those feelings. Say hello to that inner child. How old are they? Say hello to that aged child. That child, the experience that your body is showing you, that was maybe not the defining experience of their existence, but it symbolizes or represents that experience of maybe being disregarded, disconnected, criticized, hurt in some way, really afraid, unprotected, uncared for, unimportant, right? There's something that, a nature of that experience, okay? Now you know and have been introduced to one of your inner children. Now the next step, and there's a longer process for this, but let's just make a shorter version of it for the purposes of this, is to just ask that little child, if you can, even in the room, in the scene, what do they need? What do they really need or want? Or maybe even, because a lot of times the child doesn't even know what they need or want, right? So if you don't get an answer for that, ask the child, who do you want to come in? Who could help right now? Is it the grown-up me? Is it a superhero? Is it a trusted adult or a sibling, an older sibling of some sort? A neighbor? Who could help in this scene? Who could help you feel, you already know how that child feels: sad, scared, angry, disenfranchised, alone, isolated, abandoned, right? What do you need and who could help? Okay? Those two questions become your guideposts for how to work with this inner child. So let's say, if what this child in the scene you're seeing really needs is protection and really wants and wishes for a superhero or a grown-up you to come in and tell the grown-ups around them, no, you can't do this in front of the child. This isn't safe. Or no, you can't talk to this child this way. They deserve respect and protection, right? It's not okay to do this, whatever that is. Now that's your guidepost for working with this inner child. And like I'm always telling you, there are many inner children in there. But this probably is an important one for you because it came up pretty quickly. And it probably translates to a lot of areas of your life. So if it was that you needed someone to protect you, then anytime you're noticing you feel really fearful or self-protective, or like you need to proactively protect yourself or get ahead of something, or maybe you're sabotaging something so you won't get hurt, right? That's probably your inner child at work. And if you're noticing those patterns in your life, one of the ways that you're going to change those patterns is starting to talk to that child, whatever age or stage they are that you've now connected with. Talk to them like you would talk to a child that age. Look into your eyes and ask that child to come forward, and wait until you get a sense of seeing them in your eyes in the mirror, and talk to them as you would talk to a child that age. Say to them what nobody said to you back then. Remind them that they are safe and that you are a grown-up now and you are ready and willing to stand for them, to protect them, that you aren't going to let people hurt them anymore, that you've got this, okay? Because the only way that our inner children relax and stop trying to drive the bus is when they feel like we're going to drive it. We're a safe driver. We've got them. We can protect them. We can take care of the need that wasn't met when they were created, and that it's okay to relax and loosen the grip. That's how you begin inner child healing. I hope this helps. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up and hit the bell if you haven't already, so that you can be notified when another video comes. And make sure to watch the other videos I've made on doing inner child work, on codependency, and narcissism, because they probably all apply to you.